Today I'm starting making some traditional Polish ham, and I've got a variety of meat here. So first I've got 2 pork knuckles. Yeah, this is about 1 kilo each. So it's over half a kilo of meat and some bones inside. So there is a big bone inside the meat. So 2 pork knuckles. Here I've got pork's tenderloin, which is very nice and very good quality meat, probably the best pork meat. This is a loin, about a kilo of it, and I will make a ham from that. And this is a gammon, another kilo, another ham. And this is a pork neck, there is some fat inside, so this is gonna be another ham. And this is piece of pork belly, so this will make bacon. And the last one, this is beef, a nice chunk of beef, so this is gonna be another ham. So all this meat is very fresh. I just brought it from the butcher, and it's about 7 kilo of this. So in the pot I'm boiling some water, and I will add my seasoning and boil it in the water. So let's make the seasoning. I'm gonna crush, so this is the bay leaf, it's about 8 bay leaves, so I'm gonna put them straight here. And this is allspice, I'm gonna crush it. Here is some mustard seeds, maybe 2 pinches of that mustard seed. Lots of pepper, probably 3 teaspoons of pepper. Caraway seeds as well, a teaspoon of it. And I have marjoram, but this I will add later. So I'm gonna crush the spices now. So spices crushed, and I'm gonna boil them for 5-10 minutes in that pot. So almost 7 kilos of meat, and I will cure that meat in the water. So I will need 6 liters of water, and for curing, of course, we need some salt. So here I've got salt and salt. This is 240 grams of ordinary kitchen salt. This kind of salt is in every household. And this is a salt, and this is as well a nitrite. So about 0.5% of this is a nitrite. Nitrite is used for curing of meat, and it prevents bacterial growth, and as well it gives a nice red, pink, fresh color to the meat. So when the meat is raw, it's gonna be more red, but when it's cooked, it's gonna be pink. So 6 liters of cold water in a bucket, and this is 240 grams of salt, and another 240 grams of salt, but this one is 0.5% of nitrate. All into the bucket, and I'm gonna mix it, and I'm gonna make a salt solution. Okay, now the seasonings. At the end I'm adding some marjoram, and I will need a small sieve for that. So now all the spices, just the liquid, no spices. So the spices I will add later, because now I will inject the meat with this marinade. So now this is my injecting equipment, a big needle, and this. So I'm going to take some of the liquid salt solution This is 100 mils. So tenderloin doesn't need injectants. This can go straight into that bucket. And this is a piece of beef, so I have to do that. So 100 mils of that liquid has to be injected inside that piece. So I'm doing like this. Some of this will run away anyway, so we need to make sure it's injected well inside, so then the meat is the same color and the same inside. Okay, a little bit more. We have to be very careful with this because this marinade is very salty. If it gets into the eye, it's a disaster. Okay, so for a kilo chunk of meat, over 100 milliliters of marinade. And the same, we're going to do the same with all the meat now. Now the loin. So here's my meat after it's been cured for over 30 hours. And now I'm gonna have to prepare it to be smoked. So first of all I'm gonna use the kitchen towel and I'm gonna dry it properly. It has to be dried, and then I will tie this up with this string so I can hang it later on in the smoker. The meat is tied up, some simple knots, very easy. Bacon, it's enough like that. And the tenderloin as well, and pork knuckles like this, and the ham all ready to be hanged, and get it dried a little bit more, and in an hour or two I will start smoking. So this has been in a smoke bath for about 40 minutes now, and it's slowly starting to change in its color. And here is very important that the pieces don't touch each other, so they're gonna get smoked evenly on each side. The temperature about 60 to 70 degrees. Now the temperature is low, could be about 25 degrees, but it's heating up. So now I'm gonna have to carry on for at least 3 hours, maybe 4 hours more. So all that meat is smoked now, but it's not ready yet. It has to be cooked. So any of these pieces in a hot water, 80 degrees, 2 hours. 1 hour is for medium and 2 hours is for well cooked. So I'm gonna cook one of this, probably this one today, and all the rest can go to the fridge, up to 2 weeks in the fridge or a couple of months in the freezer.